Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to KHM Today, your weekly resource for industry news and straight up fun. I'm your host, Carolyn, and today is November 6th, 2023, and it is my pre-birthday celebration. I got my hat on, which I will take off. I got my sign in the background, and we are ready to celebrate today. It is, or I should say, on December 1st, we embarked on the 12 days of learning, which I hope you all enjoy. And today is our fourth day of learning. So I am not going to attempt to sing, but on the fourth day of learning, KHM Travel Group gave to me a study group to help those with the CTA exam. This group has been meeting on Sundays to learn and study together while working towards their CTA exam that many will be taking in January. Thank you to Tony Rath for committing time and working with all of our agents the last couple of months. And I can't wait to proctor all of your exams come January and maybe a little further out for some of you. But this has been a really fun experience for agents. It's helped them stay motivated, focused on that goal of completing that exam. And we're looking forward to seeing the results in the new year. So that is what we've given to you. And we hope to continue giving that to you every year as well. So thank you, Tony, and congratulations to all those that are working towards their CTA. I absolutely love, I'm going to take this off now because it's hurting my head. And you'll notice I got a haircut too. Oh, it was time to get rid of the long locks. So you guys, I love watching agents set goals. And for those of you that are watching or listening that are not part of the KHM community, we see people post pictures of different things that they've accomplished within their business daily, monthly, minute by minute sometimes. And this is one of the best parts of logging on every day is watching them set goals and work towards them. And one goal that can be a little intimidating is any sort of in-person event that you might put yourself out there for. So our first guests today put themselves out there and have accomplished this goal. To hear to share what has worked, what didn't work, and so much more are Leslie, Yashira, and Anna Marie to join us for the first time. They're joining the First Timers Club here on KHM today. Hi, there she is. All right. So for everyone that's joining us, please make sure if you have questions, please make sure you put them in the comments. We would love to hear them. But welcome, you guys. I'm so happy that you all agreed to join me. And you were three that you just kind of popped out of nowhere, not as agents, you're sort of newer. And then I'm seeing these things like you've really put yourself out there. I've been doing this for a long time, and I kind of, I don't really do these events anymore because they're hard on me. So, Leslie, let's start with you.
Okay.
I'd love to know what event you did, and let's start with why you did it.
Well, why I did it is my goal was to try to do more group travel where I'm actually hosting the group, traveling with the group. And so I've done a few group trips. I've never traveled with them. So I'm trying to do more group trips because mainly I sell Europe. So I'm trying to do group trips. So I thought everybody wants to go to Italy. I'm going to try to work on a group trip to Italy. I met with a Colette rep who was fantastic, who said, hey, I'll come to, if you want to have an event, I will come to it. And I said, well, let's get it on the calendar. And we literally put it on the calendar for 4 weeks later. So there was no procrastinating, just get it done. I said, all I got to do is confirm my space. I'll confirm the date. And I confirmed my space that day. I have a local wine bar. So we did an Italian wine tasting was my theme. And so this wine bar only has Macedonian wines and Balkans because that's where they are from, Italian and French. They have no American wines. So we did Italian wine tasting and he had a space available for me and it worked out perfect, the date. So I just said, let's just do it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm going to get it done.
Sometimes that's the best way to go about it, right?
Yes, it's the best way to go about it.
Okay. Now, Yashira, what did you do? Because you did not do a travel night. You did an expo.
Yes, so I did a Latin expo here in Haines City, Florida. I recently moved from Fort Lauderdale to Orlando, and I wanted to meet my community, go out there and show my name. So I did a Latin expo where it was more businesses showcasing their business.
Did this cost you a lot of money? Because a lot of times expos can be thousands of dollars, and that can be a turnoff, especially if you don't know whether or not you're gonna get a return on your investment.
No, the event was actually only $65, and they give you the table, the chairs, and the space.
Awesome. Okay,
Yes.
so we're gonna get back to what you learned and whether or not it was successful, but Anna Marie, what did you do? Oh, oh, nope, we can't hear you. We could hear you. Nope. Okay, you just tell us yep. Where'd she go? All right, Leslie, we're gonna go back to you so we don't
Okay.
until we have her back. But tell me, you talked a little bit about preparing to do it. What did you do as far as who did you invite to the event? Did you just go through your entire client list or did you really separate it out?
No, I didn't do my whole client list. Well, I created an invitation on Canva, which is very simple.
Mhm.
I did put it on Facebook, but I actually sent text messages and emails to the people that I thought that would be interested. You know, the clients that I have that won't leave the country, I didn't invite them mainly because I had a smaller space.
Mhm.
So I didn't have enough room for more than like 25 people.
Okay.
So it kind of worked out. I ended up having, I think, 15. So it worked out that way. But I kind of narrowed it down to who I thought would be interested in the group travel. Not that that was my only goal,
Mhm.
but that's kind of who I narrowed it down to, who would be interested in the group travel.
And so did you have a particular itinerary that you were centered around?
Yes. So I have group space available for next October in Italy, which is 3 nights in Rome at the same location and then 5 nights in the Amalfi Coast. And so
Okay.
it was just that. And then you can do a pre-night in Florence. So I have group space on hold for that right now. So that's what we were presenting. And my Colette rep, Mitch, came and did a fabulous presentation. So it really did take the pressure off of me
That's awesome.
because I did an introduction. He did such a great job with it. We had a huge TV, a video presentation. And so it worked out fabulous that he did all the hard work. And then I got to introduce him and talk afterwards. So it did take pressure off of me. So count on
That's
if
awesome.
your BDM's willing to come, didn't cost me a penny. And he did a fabulous job.
Ugh, well, we'll see if we can get Anna Marie back here. But you share okay, so at the Latin Expo, what did you focus in on selling, or were you just kind of a general, hi, here I am?
So I did kind of general, but I have mostly cruise because that's what I specialize the most. I have cruise information, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean,
Hmm.
and I also I have a Turkey group on 2025, so I took some Turkey information.
Okay. And did you find that people like stopped and wanted to engage with you, or were they just kind of like grab and go?
No, I was very surprised that people wanted to talk, engage, and they were very excited. So it showed me there is a need there
Mhm.
is an interest for travel agents. We just need to teach them how we work because I
Hmm.
think that's what they don't understand.
Okay, perfect. Anna Maria, do we have you back?
Can you hear me now?
Yay! We can hear you. All right, so we're gonna go backwards just a little bit. What event did you do? Because I did see some pictures on Facebook.
Yeah. So I did a London travel night because I have a group going next fall. So I kind of did like a theme party because I've been
Mhm.
throwing theme parties since I was like 12. So I thought just make it fun and kind of like have people learn about what the experiences of going there. So I didn't really advertise it that I was trying to sell my group. I just said, come
Mhm.
have fun, play games, eat British food. I had all kinds of fun, like selfie stations and stuff. So I was trying to just basically get people to learn about my business
Mhm.
and get my social media up and stuff like that. So I kind of made it like, just a fun experience. And I got people really wound up on social media by teasing with little pictures of things that I was going to be doing at the event.
And how did you go about your invites?
So I did mine on social media. And then the event place that I had it at, it's a friend of mine. She owns a store. She let me have it there for free. So she has a ton of followers. So she created the event also on her site. and shared it. And then I just shared it on all the local Facebook groups that I was having it. And I had people sign up and register too. So I built my mailing list by having people register in advance.
I love it. Okay, we do have a question from Tammy. Any tips on how to effectively word your invites?
I
I
use
did
social
it in the
media.
CR. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I did it in the CRM, and I just kind of said, come have a fun night with bullet points, like what I was going to have.
Uh-huh.
I can share it in the KHM page, but it was just bullet points of what was going to be there. Come for food, come for fun. It's this time to this time. Learn about London travel. Ever been interested? I made it really short with some images.
And how many people ultimately came?
50 registered and probably 26 came. So
Wow, that's
yeah.
fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you still have that database of people that you can pull on
Yes.
and send information afterwards.
Yes.
Now, Yashira, when you did it, did you have some sort of collection device for names or people that were stopping by? Were you doing a giveaway?
Yes, so we did a giveaway. My Royal Caribbean BDM gave me a certificate to give in the basket. I did a whole basket, and I had a list of an emailing list where they can put their name, phone numbers, and receive emails, marketings.
Okay. And have you found it challenging? Because how long ago was this event? A couple weeks?
A couple of weeks.
Okay. Have you
Almost a
found
month.
it challenging to now do something with that list?
So I entered it a few days ago in the CRM so they can receive my newsletters and all the promotions that I send by email.
Okay, great. And so what have you learned from this? First of all, would you do it again?
I think I will, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I was very nervous at the beginning. Like I was freaking out. But then once I started talking about what I love, I
Mhm.
think it was great.
Okay.
So definitely we'll do it again.
Leslie, Anna Marie, would you do it again?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you guys end up well, for all of you, have you seen the fruits?
Yes.
Did you receive bookings from it?
Yes.
I don't have the bookings yet, but I'm working on like about 6 bookings and a group trip to vow renewals, things like that. So
So not
we're in
necessarily
process.
not less necessarily for your Italy trip, but for other
Correct.
things?
Yes.
Wow.
Portugal, Spain, Barbados. Yeah. It's funny. Not one single person wants to do the Italy trip at this point.
But I think it really showcased your talents, right?
Yes,
It
exactly.
showcased you, your relationships, and so ultimately, even if the Italy group does not
And
go.
the Colette BDM actually was able to help me answer questions about their Portugal trips and their Spain trips. And I also doing it in a Scotland trip. And he
Mhm.
had booklets that he was able to give to him for me.
Oh,
Paper.
that's
So it was
fantastic.
perfect. Yes.
Now, anything that you did that you wouldn't do again or that you learned from?
I think I learned to bring more packages, like land packages, so they can understand that I don't only do cruises, I also do land.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So more stuff. Okay.
Yes.
Anna
More
Marie.
both things, like
Okay.
50-50.
Mhm.
I would do mine at a different time. I had mine a little bit early in the evening, and people were messaging me that they couldn't come because they were late at work and stuff. So I would have had more. So I did, and I didn't have enough. I couldn't talk to everyone. Everyone that came, 10 people booked into my group, and the other 16 or 17 all wanted to talk about travel, and there was only one of me. So
Right.
I didn't have enough time for the event. I would have had it longer, and I would have had more help probably.
Do you feel like having even on your phone or some sort of Calendly where you could immediately right there say, you know what, this might not be the best place to have the conversation. Can we sign you up right now for a time
Mhm.
this week?
Yeah.
Do you feel like that would have helped or
Yeah, I did set
okay.
meetings with people and I followed up the
Mhm.
following, like the next
Yeah.
2 to 3 days so they wouldn't forget. Yeah.
It is hard to be focused also
Yeah.
on what they're saying. So
Mhm.
even if it was 5 people that just wanted to talk to you, it's still hard in that moment with so much going on to be
Mhm.
that person that's truly engaged in
Mhm.
what they're sharing with you. Leslie, you do it again? I feel like the answer is yes when you're working on
Yeah,
active
I
bookings.
would definitely do it again. I think I would, couple things I would change is what I serve. Like I had way too much food. My mom always taught me there's never too much food, well, there is. So I think I would cut back and I might even have it at my house the next time or find a place that was free. The location was free, but I bought wine and a charcuterie
Mhm.
board and things like that. And I ended up spending more money than I wanted to, which is okay.
Yeah.
But I think that was a learning experience for me. But I definitely will do it again. And I think, like you were saying, that everybody wants to talk to you. I might even do like come at 6, come at 7, come at 8, because I had people that had to leave early. I had people that
Mm.
showed up after the presentation was over. So, you could do almost
An
like an
open
open
house.
like
Mhm.
6, 7, 8, or 5, 6, 7, whatever, because I did have the same exact problem. People couldn't get there and people had to leave early.
So if you were to tell people who are listening, one thing that you learned, from doing this, what would it be? You sure? Let's start with you.
Do it. If it's in your mind, go ahead and do it, because it's more scary thinking about it than actually being there.
That's why Leslie chose 4-week time frame, right? I only
Yes.
have to think about this for 4 weeks, and then
Yep.
we're good to go. Okay, Anna Marie?
Make it fun and show your excitement for travel, and you'll get people excited, because I love London. It's my favorite city in the whole world, and people were kind of just in such a happy mood hearing about it and talking about it, and they were really excited, and it got them thinking about travel. So just be happy and be excited about what you love.
I love it. Leslie?
Yeah, I agree. Just don't procrastinate. If you think you want to do it, try it. Have a couple little giveaways. I buy stuff throughout the year, and I had giveaways like Aldi. They have those little bags that wrap up this big. Those are great for travel when you're shop. You stick them in your purse. I had stuff like that. I had candles. I had a couple travel related things like travel bottles, wine. What do you call them? Yetis. They
Mhm.
weren't Yetis, but it's that thing with my logo on them. So it was just fun. Have fun with it. Everybody had such a great time. If you're nervous, it doesn't last long. It lasts 2 or 3 minutes. The people that there, they know you. They want to
Mhm.
be there. So just don't be scared. Just
Was there ever a hesitation no one's going to show up? I guess that's the importance of RSVPs, right?
yes.
The open house is nice if you know and have those set people that are gonna show up regardless, right? But
Yes. So
that's
don't
always
spend too
my
much.
fear, right? You've thrown a
Yeah.
party and no one shows up.
That's why you don't eat too much food. Because I ate a lot of cupcakes the next day.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
had a lot of
still
food like
eating
that,
them.
too.
I love it. Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful holiday season, and I hope everyone
you.
learned a little something today. I know I did. Put yourself out there. It's part of the process, and look at you three. It was a success. So, yay.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You guys see, it's always so great to watch people, maybe go out of their comfort zones and try something new and look at the results. It's working for all of them. So fun. So with the busyness of the season, I'm sure you all are right there with me. We had to do a little recording in advance with our next guest, but it is absolutely well worth a listen. Barb Qua with Celebrity Cruise Lines joined me just a few days ago. We had great conversation about celebrating all things celebrity. So join us for this conversation. Here we go. We are here celebrating my pre-birthday celebration. And what better way to celebrate than with celebrity? Hi, Barb. How are you today?
Hi, Carolyn. I am fabulous. A little on the tired side because I was on one of the lovely new ships of celebrity, but hey, I'll take the tiredness because I got to experience the ship. So yes, I am here and excited to be. And pre-happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm one of those people that don't shy away from birthdays. I love celebrating them. So, and it's such a blessing every year to be able to do it with those that watch us. So, we are going to play a fun game of things to celebrate on celebrity. So, Barb has created her list. I have my list, and we're going to see if we love the same things. So, okay, Barb, what is first on your list?
So it was hard for me to put anything in a chronological order because I think every single one of these things is what celebrity does right and does well, and that's what we specialize in. But I thought about when I go on vacation, no matter where it is, service. I mean, service is one of my very favorite things. And again, I will refer to the fact that I was just on the brand new Celebrity Ascent, which was a 4th class Edge class ship that just came out. And Carolyn, I am not making this up. I'm not just promoting my brand. I'm just being super honest and saying service was unbelievable. And it's like every single person on the ship, if somebody was wiping down the railings, if somebody was walking by you in the hallway, you know, they were always saying, good day, how are you? My pleasure. And also, I mean, when you go on vacations, I don't care where you go. Like I said, it could be a little hotel or a little, you know, boutique place. It can be anything. And if you don't get amazing service, you don't have that amazing vacation experience. So yeah, that was just something that really stands out in my mind. You could be camping somewhere and the camp director could give you good service, right?
And you still want good service. Well, believe it or not, that was my number one as well. And I would say I haven't put these necessarily in order of importance or anything like that, but service was my number one. And I will say my favorite phrase is welcome home.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite one that is said on a celebrity ship. So I can't wait for Crystal in February when I get to hear those words again.
Yeah, and they also like put on the signs, like when you're debarking and you're getting off the elevator, they have a thing on the digital sign that says, we can't wait to see you again.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. And we really believe in it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so number 2, you said...
Okay, my number 2, because again, I just think about my own experiences and also what the guests ask for, you know, and travel partners and everything out there is accommodations, right? So you want a good night's sleep, you want to be in a nice area, and you know, Celebrity just does that right. The design and the decor, and oh my gosh, everybody was just raving just about accommodations overall. But just your stateroom accommodations, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, and the attention to detail, our head designer who designed the entire ship, you know, the accommodations are just so warm and welcoming and fresh and new and kind of a new luxury look to it. So yeah, once again, I just thinking of Barb and what I like to do on vacations, and I like to stay in a nice place because we work hard. And if we're going to work hard and we're going to vacation, we're going to want to really be taken care of with service. And then of course, accommodations. Yeah. What was yours?
Okay. So mine was a little different. And I said female leadership.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I love that there is strong female leadership at this company. And I truly don't know if that's by design or what, but I have always loved all the women that have been in senior leadership positions. They've always made themselves very accessible to the travel agent community. And no one shies away from anything. They're very real, clear, and just unapologetic. Like I just love it across the board.
Absolutely. And we're the first cruise line actually to have a full bridge of female captains at the helm, which is super exciting. And then of course, as you know, we have our brand new president, Laura Hodges. She just came in, 7-8 months ago. And then our new VP of sales, Jennifer Suarez. Oh yeah, it is. It's not that we don't expect our wonderful men to be at the helm, and they are, obviously, but actually the 2 captains on the Ascent, it's the first 2 brother captains. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. But back to having, you know, our hierarchy of women up there, it is really impressive to see. And of course, everyone knows Captain Kate because she's on social so much, and she cracks me up. And her cat, and she's wonderful. So yeah, that's a great one. I have to give you that one.
And I think it's something to celebrate. But again, accommodations, unique, interesting, with the infinity balconies, and you know, I'm a sucker for a good bed. So anywhere you put me, and the bed's going to be comfy.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving.
Absolutely.
So, all right, your number 3.
Okay, number 3, it's all about the culinary.
Yes.
Oh gosh, foodie. It is every single venue of areas of getting food on board Celebrity. It's so good. And I will absolutely be honest and say I did go upstairs for the 1:00 pizza. That's after, after you're up late. But yeah, the culinary experience is just so different. I mean, it's better than anything. Our famous chef, Danielle Ballud, who designs all the menus. And we also had a specialty dining in La Petite Chef. And I had some guests on board with me. They had no idea what this was. And many people watching this probably have no idea what this is. But it's a very unique specialty dining, a culinary experience with video chefs that display how they prepare the food, and then the food is presented in front of you. So it's definitely, so I think with culinary, it's just, there's so many different pickings that you can choose from. So something light, or we do have our lovely Aqua Spa Cafe. Again, since I kind of splurge in the evening, I'll do the breakfast and lunch in the Spa Cafe. But yeah, so many selections and such good food. And I will tell you, the guests on board, they were raving about it, raving about the culinary.
Well, I have to say, I said the same thing.
Okay,
good. Food is always amazing. And the other thing that's really important in my world is accessibility to gluten-free food. It's not me, but it is my family members. And so for me to be able to go on board as the manager of all of this,
yes,
to know that they will be offered variety. And, I mean, mistakes happen, but we've never had them happen on board. There's it's smooth and it becomes a vacation for everyone to not have to worry about that component.
Right. Any restaurant that I went to, I will tell you that every single one, when you sat down, they asked if you had any food allergies and questioned that right away. So that shows that we're really on top of it. And yes, you're right. We had a full selection in the Ocean View Cafe of amazing gluten-free selections. So yeah.
And I know, at least for my daughter, we always have a really fun time in the dining room. Usually they're looking to prepare the meal for the next day, so they hand them the menu. And I remember one time the maitre d' saying, "Anna, come on now. You got to eat more than just a steak and a Caesar salad every night." That's what she would order every night, just because she could.
Right.
And he said, "All right, I know I'm going to bring you the steak and Caesar salad, but will you let me surprise you with some other things?"
Oh my gosh.
And she thought that was so wonderful. I mean, he wasn't saying eat this or that. It was, I'm going to bring you something else to try just in case you want to.
Oh my gosh.
It made every night so fun.
So special.
So fun for her, and very special. And really, you can't beat the food. It's just
that's great. That's great.
All right. So I think we might be on par with this one too. What was your number 4?
Number 4 is destination, right? Because that is the other thing you're doing when you are cruising with Celebrity. It's all about the destination. And, again, not just promoting, various vacations, but I do love cruising because of the unpacking ones and visiting over 300 different destinations. If you tie in all of our different destinations that we go to, we visit 7 continents and we have 15 beautiful ships. We've even placed an Edge class ship in our most popular destinations of Alaska and Caribbean and Europe. So there's always an Edge class ship in those destinations. But the experience, and I believe you had one of my colleagues on and one of your other chats that talked about destination experiences when you get off the ship and things that you do. We really want to tie in that destination experience and bring it alive to you with different offerings of shore excursions, whether they're large, small, or private. So yeah, I mean, I love traveling the world. I love learning and seeing new experiences. So yeah, destinations again, it could also be number one, but I just had to
Yes.
put it on the list
Yep.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
So I was a little more specific. I said the fact that there is an Edge class ship in Alaska in 2024 is a game changer.
Absolutely.
Absolute game changer up there for celebrity.
Yes.
I have recommended this to so many clients for 2024, which we're getting to the point where 2024 is almost off the books.
Absolutely.
I am so excited to be able to offer that level of ship up there from you guys.
Yep, it's really exciting. And then we are also introducing an Edge class ship, the Beyond, to be in the Caribbean starting in April of 2024 all year round. So that's another huge thing. It's great for families, multi-gen. It's great. So yeah, again, placing, and it's all the other classes of ships are just as gorgeous, provide the same service, the same accommodations, and the same culinary. So, but yeah, I mean, people out there traveling, they want to experience new and exciting destinations. And we also have our new deployment for 25 and 26 that is all opening up starting now.
So what is your number 5?
So number 5 is our wellness and spa opportunities on board our ships. And Carolyn, when I was on the Ascent, I walked through the spa and, you know, just the whole, I was looking at the wellness menu. It is so state of the art. There were treatments on there that I never even heard of in my life. IV, gosh, what was an IV thermal treatment
Lord.
or something, a zero gravity massage. I mean, it's more than just the basic things now, but I will tell you, you can get a really good education about your wellness. Of course, you know, even though you're eating all these foods and desserts, you know, you can go to the spa the next day and get rejuvenated. And the spa therapists in there, they're amazing if it comes to just, you know, what, something different you want to do with your body, something you can take home and, you know, do back at home, or if it's a skin routine you want to learn about. I was thoroughly amazed at all the different selections of wellness opportunities. And then, you know, we'll even do yoga outside on the deck. I mean, lots of later in the evening Pilates. And so we really care about you when you're on board our ships, and we want to help take care of you. And again, give you offerings and things, a routine that you can take home with you too. So that was my number 5.
Awesome. Well, and rightfully so. I love a good thermal suite. So that's my favorite thing when it comes to the spa. But I said, and anyone who has watched this show from the beginning knows and shouldn't be surprised by this, private journeys. Private journeys are my passion. I think it is the most underutilized program. And I think it is such an amazing experience across the board for anyone that wants to have just a really immersive shore excursion experience with just those in your party.
I agree with you. And a lot of times people will think that they have to go on a small luxury line to get those experiences. However, you don't. You can go on a celebrity cruise and take one of our small groups or private journeys. I couldn't agree with you more on that one. And that, again, immerses you in the destination experience. So yeah, that's a great one for sure.
I just think it's something, not every line has this opportunity. And I think more people, if they knew it was available, would be doing it.
So you just reminded me, I'm putting together some trainings, and I got to remember to put that into one of my training slides.
And it doesn't matter. You'd be surprised. Even your people who book an inside cabin might be interested in knowing about this. People spend their money in different ways.
Absolutely.
They could probably care less about where they lay their head at night. For them, it might be all about what are they experiencing during the day. So you might trade one cost for another, and it just varies from person to person what's more important.
That is so very true, because I have had customers say, well, I'm going to take an inside, and you want to immediately talk them out of that, because they go, I'm not going to be in my room. I am going to be outside experiencing everything. And so, yeah, that's a very good point. Thanks for that tip. Why I'm putting my next training together. I'm going to add that.
You're welcome.
You're right. I can't agree with you more. So many people don't know that is out there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we were pretty on par with our favorite thing.
That was pretty good. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But let's just say, new ship, Ascent.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you loved and what we can look forward to. Was there anything that struck you as being different?
Yeah. There were a couple different things, actually. So the beautiful resort deck, we designed a few things, added more space, more chairs. And I will add in that I think the furniture that we buy on board Celebrity, it sounds so weird, but it's just gorgeous furniture. But we've added like this one new activity area that is private. I mean, you can rent it out for a small group or your family, and it's called the Annex. Mm-hmm. And it's this little side area around the corner of where the club is. And there's a golf sim. So you rent it out for, a couple hours or whatever you decide to do. We'll set up everything for you. So let's say you have 16 people who want to utilize the Annex. And they can say, what would you like to do? We give you a menu of activities that you can do in there, from karaoke to the golf simulator to different games. And I walked in there and I was like, oh my gosh, this place is so cool. And then there's a whole side table bar. We will bring in refreshments. We will stock whatever you want in there. It's really cool. So like if you're celebrating a birthday, you might want to rent that place out for a couple hours with your friends and family. So that was a really cool thing. And then the other thing, I feel like there's more and more activities that we're doing on board. I'm not that we didn't have a lot of activities in the past, but the club, which is on all of our Edge class ships, it goes late at night. Obviously, it's a club, it's a party time. But
hence the 1 a.m. pizza, right?
Yes, the 1 a.m. pizza, absolutely. So what we've done is we've introduced all these really cool virtual games and activities for adults. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, I walked in there and it was like 2:00 in the afternoon. And I went in there and they're playing some game where there were I forget what it's called, squares on the floor, and you light up and you're against somebody else, and you have to, the blocks light up and you have to remember which blocks, and you walk through them and then they go off and you have to remember the same trail.
Oh my gosh.
Really funny. It's and so that was one game. People were laughing, and the activity director was going, oh, you definitely had too many drinks today, because anyway, so that was something. And then oh gosh, of course the art. The art on board this ship there's always a big, huge art centerpiece at the resort deck, and on the Ascent, it's a silver big statue octopus, believe it or not. But it is the coolest looking sculpture. We have books in the stateroom of just talking about the art on Celebrity cruises. And so, we've also expanded the famous Grand Plaza where the Martini Bar is. Mm-hmm. And boy, was that place hopping till past 2 a.m. But there's just a few different bells and whistles than the Beyond. However, we do have a new, we're kind of calling it the 5th Edge class series. Not sure if we're going to rename that class, but it is the Excel that comes out at the end of 2025. And believe it or not, that'll be here before you know it, because I can't even believe 23 is over and we're going into 24. So they would not say anything of what this Excel ship is going to be like, but I'm like getting goosebumps just thinking of it, because it's going to be very amazing.
Well, it'll be another thing to celebrate in another year. We'll be talking about.
Absolutely.
So, well, Barb, thank you so much for being here and celebrating with me, and we appreciate you, and we appreciate our partnership with Celebrity. So we can't wait to see you in a couple months. Reflection.
Okay, well, happy holiday. I know the reflection's going to be here right before you know it. I think that's another call I have this week to talk about that. Happy birthday on Sunday. Thank you, Carolyn.
Thank you, Barb. Good to see you.
Okay, good to see you.
I think I'm back live, you guys. I'm not quite sure why that happens. I don't know what you guys see on your end, but I see myself flicking constantly. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed that chat. Barb is so fantastic. And I love that we had similarities in our list. So, well, thank you all for joining me today for my birthday celebration. Thank you to all of our sponsors for their continued support of the show. Can you guys believe in just a few weeks we will be celebrating our 3rd year, which is crazy. Your comments have been fantastic. Dee, so great to see you on here. Pickleball, yes, let's get on a ship and play some pickleball, you guys. Yes, and March is pickleball month. What else do we have here? Susie, I know you were just on the Ascent and the pictures were stunning. I would love to hear more about it from agents. So please reach out. Let me know what you thought. But you guys, thank you so much for being here today. Next week, we are talking about the Christmas markets. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but they are exploding with popularity. So we are going to be sharing our thoughts about US and international Christmas markets next week. So see you then. I can't wait. Have a great day, everyone.